Hi there, welcome. So this week, Sweetcoin, we've seen a very long red candle. That's for last week. Before getting into the details, and like what's going to happen next, if you're new to these sessions, these are the areas that I'll focus on, and they're based on two main concepts. And these sessions are for education, research, and discussion with the online community only and not financial advice. Please take note. So let's get it. When we look at this weekly chart and the Wyckoff pattern, obviously we can draw like last point of supply over here that's pretty much defined after 2 weeks of falling, and now it's hovering around the support line defined by the PSY stage. This week is kind of critical because so far the price is still below this blue line. If anything negative happens, then it will probably be falling back into the long-term playground zone. However, there seems to be some, let's say, medium level of support for the upper bound of the long-term playground zone, given like the peak of the last distribution cycle, as well as the low of the PSY was around that level. So there's like a chance that the price may bounce between the blue line and the white box, the top of the white box, instead of like falling sharply into the box if there isn't like very bad news. If there are very bad news, obviously it can seek the bottom all the way to the level where we had our last accumulation cycle. So that's from a macro perspective. If we drill down to the daily, the price pretty much still staying within the downward trend box we have drawn for like 2-3 weeks already. So I'll keep the box here, so every time when we come back to these sessions, we'll be able to see. The thing of these box are like, if people are trading, like if they're day traders, let's put it this way, they could have like made a couple of trades and make money already within this downward tunnel. So like when it first hits the top, let's say it defined the top over here and then it defined the bottom over here. When the price first returned for this green candle, this long one, returned to this box, somebody would have put a trade here and then like sell it somewhere above the center line of this blue box. And similarly, there were a couple of chances as well, if they're just buying, like if somebody shorted or put, they have multiple chances as well. Let's just focus on buying. There's one more, and even last week it touched the bottom and then quickly rebound. Earlier this week, actually, depending on how we count. It's Monday, so it's last week. So there were quite a number of chances just in the past 2 to 3 weeks. If they only buy, obviously if they sell, like in a downward macro trend, people would tend to like be more active in selling. So you know the macro is going down, you will be more cautious when buying, and then probably you want to sell like put or put short orders. So there were like a few more chances when you shorted, so even here. So that's probably how some of the traders would behave, and I guess they have made some pretty good money over the past 2 weeks. And like given the trend, it's still like pointing downwards, even though candlesticks pattern says this is a bullish sign. In the earlier Hedera session, I've already explained that yeah, the price may break out, but then given the macro trend is going down, it may not go too high, and then it will like start descend and form a new downward trend trading zone. So I guess for Swecon in this case, it may continue as it's just past the blue support line defined by the PSY we talked about in the weekly chart. So if it continues to stay below this support line, or now resistance line, there's a likely chance that the price will seek the bottom, probably entering or touching the top end of the long-term playground zone, the white box. That's like $1.90 that we're talking about. So let's see what's going to happen in the next few days. Thanks for joining. I'll